Hey guys, so I played Nioh 2 demo and I figured I might as well give my thoughts on it. I kinda rushed through it, so don't expect a real deep dive from me. This is just a summary of my thoughts. So Nioh 1 was a mixed bag for me. I loved the combat and the weapons and I liked some of the bosses, but the rest was kinda meh or bad. I thought the enemy variety was terrible, the levels themselves were boring, and most of the difficulty came from one-shot mechanics. But I've been pretty optimistic that Nioh 2 could fix these issues for me. So is that the case? Well, I can safely say that the combat is still great, and the weapon variety is fantastic. There's more weapons than there were in the first game. The combat itself is mostly unchanged, but there's some new added mechanics, such as what I just call the Mikiri counters. When the enemy flashes red, you can try to either dodge it, or get hit and die, or use the Mikiri counter. This gives you a great opportunity to strike back, and it's as satisfying as Mikiri counter was in Sekiro. Speaking of which, it took me a long time to adjust back to Nioh. At the start I was legit trying to deflect enemy attacks like I was the wolf. The enemy variety in this one level I did seemed good, but it's just one level, so I can't say with certainty that the whole game is going to be like this. Mostly the enemies were fine to fight, nothing special, though I hated these big-titted snake women. They just weren't fun to fight. And then I came across one of these ape demons. They're okay, I guess, if it wasn't for the one-shots they can do. I just don't like enemies that are beefy and can kill you so fucking quickly. It doesn't really feel fair or fun for me. Of course, you are meant to be at a disadvantage against bigger enemies, I get that. But as a mechanic, one-shots are something I just don't like. They also brought back these enemy NPCs you can summon. I don't know why. Did anyone like them? I did not. They just litter the whole area and I can't be bothered to fight them all. But they did add a new thing where you can summon an NPC to help you out, which is kinda neat. Then the level keeps going, and going, and going for a really long time. It's about the same length as the first game's levels, which I didn't really like. By the time I came across a boss, I felt like shouting, "Finally!" But the level is fine in its design. There's a lot of shortcuts and secrets, and there's this giant creepy crawling thing. Seeing it the first time was genuinely a cool moment, but then you just destroy the crystal and it's gone. Reminds me of someone. Then another really important thing to me is the atmosphere, and in this area it's kinda not there. I did enjoy the atmosphere in a couple of places in Nioh, but for the most part the game felt a bit hollow to me. This area kinda did too. There's not much mood in it, aside from my anger, because honestly, I did not enjoy my time in here too much. I'm also not a fan of how you get gear and weapons in this game. It makes getting loot less exciting when you know that piece of gear will be replaced in 2 minutes anyway. And then lastly the boss. Honestly, kinda cool at first, but I quickly grew to hate the fight because of the one-shots. That's my main issue with the game so far. I like difficult games, but not in this way. I like Soulspawn's difficulty. There's very rarely one-shot mechanics. In Nioh 2, however, it seems like there will be plenty. One mistake and you're dead. And the boss has a lot of health, seemingly. I didn't end up beating it and I don't really care to. So, in conclusion, I don't think Nioh 2 is made for me. It doesn't necessarily suck. I enjoyed my time somewhat. If you liked Nioh 1, you'll like this even more. If you enjoyed Nioh DLC, you'll definitely enjoy this, because this really reminded me of that. So yeah, sorry to be so negative. I wish I had liked this more, but I don't know if I'll pick up Nioh 2 when it comes out. We'll see. But thanks for watching. See ya!